me, it's not. No,
I'm only easy E with these 8 balls jumping.
Wow!
You was telling a lot of information.
Wow!
So what, sucker? Punk motherfucker, if you ever step wrong, boom, I'll chuck ya. You won't get out on me. I'm not a kid. And I mean every word I just said. Now, what do you say for this part?
The story is to get some moderation in the minds of the people who are those we call adults. They said rap is a fad. I said it's not, so they're mad. Rap is not a fad, and it's not my fault. I'm getting paid and laid, okay? It ain't funny. Paid with green money, but laid with your honey.
Okay, then. Fact, not fiction. It's composition. It won't be done till I say it's done. I seen your girl,
and she wanted.
And I wanted to give her a kiss. And I say all that to say this. I'm hope killing, chilling, getting illin'. I got the feeling that I should stop dealing decks of rhymes out.
You know what I'm talking about.
If you don't, then you're speechless, so shut your mouth.
Hey, what the fuck was that?
And that's that.
What the fuck was that thinking?
Bite your hands off.
Bite your hands off. Bite your hands off. Hold on. See, this is some, we're like the Half Hour Hip Hop. We're back. Mark C Productions Half Hour Hip Hop. And I wanted to just either reminisce on that. We just heard that. So we're back from the break. Miraz, batteries are back in charge, and she ain't put it in the freezer like the old school days when you put the batteries in the freezer. No, she just had to plug it in. Yeah. Remember that? You had to put the batteries in the freezer?
And lick it to check it.
Still got
that spark.
Okay, it's ready.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody got up anyway.
You're right. I don't know. Our parents started that shit. But anyway, before we left, before we left, you heard E on the floor at the Coliseum. We couldn't find him. Then we found him, and he was like, hold up. So anyway, he just did that again because we were just talking about it right before we got back into this, in this segment. So now we are in 1989, Half Hour Hip Hop, Mark C Productions Half Hour Hip Hop on WPTS 98.5 radio station. That was where we started. That's the origin of the Half Hour Hip Hop. And right now, E don't have a clue, Sean don't have a clue, and Chad don't have a clue. And like I said, it's E is the co-host with me on this episode. Kima's there, and then Gio was one of the dancers. What was his dance name again?
Jim Weave.
No,
George Weaver.
What was the name of the group?
Mechanical Wizards.
The Mechanical Wizards. He was part of the Mechanical Wizards. So we're going to get into this right now. And like I said, they're reacting to the song we just heard and what E just did just now. So here we go.
You're listening to the Half Hour Hip Hop on WPTS, Mark C Productions. And what do you think about that jam we just heard? E Newsom sitting on the floor.
How you feel about it, Jill?
What's the deal?
Feelings.
I've never heard this in my life.
What?
Never, bro.
You know what, King? When Gio sings, I mean, he really loves the song. You know
Loves
that?
it.
Gio is very sentimental. He's a real sensitive person.
That's Kima.
And when he sings, he's real sensitive. So he knew so much that really got the G.
That was let E say a little something.
Okay, E, before we get on with MC Nonstop, say a little bit and...
I just like to let all the people know out there that I'm not being ignorant or nothing, and I'm not trying to be conceited about myself, but I know what I'm capable of doing while I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? I know what's up. Freestyle Up Move Part 1's coming out, and I'm going to just give you a little bit so you can feel it before you get it. Easy's the subject. That means many. Words are going to flow. If any, there's plenty, but I just can't seem to self-destruction. I have no time for fussing with percussion, so my bass has to be a bump with a thump that'll knock down anybody who tried to jump. And I'm moving through to it smooth, but I won't lose, cause easy is strictly on the up move. Don't think at all that I got this far by myself, clocking Geno's by the day without no fucking help. Wayno's a hustler, doing nothing wrong. Gio's a hustler and he's coming up strong. And Easy's the epitome. chilling in the back on the flip side. And I won't hide. Some thought my skills died, but the author of the story lied. Look, you need to learn not to listen to that he say, she say, and listen to what he say. Confidence down, faced with a frown, feeling mad or sad, not knowing what you have or what you had. Look, you need to learn not to listen to that shit, champ. Easy's coming up. I'm strictly
What you say after this?
Part 1.
Check it out.
All right, easy.
That's not even one
Check it out. What you say? What
Okay,
you
so
say?
right now, thanks a lot, E.
But I'm not conceded.
What's this?
Okay.
Here we
And
go.
I need a prime date, so call me at 644-970,000.
He gave out
So
his
right now,
number.
without no further delay, MC non-stop.
You can still call the number.
Where the fuck do you be having this shit?
Hey, yo.
That's before BlackPlanet.com.
Right? BlackPeopleMeet.com. And I was like, his own shit he came up with. He said, I need a prom date. You can call me. He gave out his real number.
Hey, yo.
So that went on the radio airs at WPTS 90.5 Friday night.
Oh, that was gangster, yo.
And he gave his phone number out. That was gangster. That was, and he don't remember. I know
That
you.
shit is crazy.
How do you feel when you listen to this, man? What is that like? What's going through you right now?
Bro, I'm leaking over here. I'm trying to act like I ain't leaking, but this shit just keep bringing them happy tears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when we started music, like, this dude, older people in his family did music, DJ'd and hooked up speakers and made fucking speakers out of speakers that wasn't supposed to be speakers.
Right,
Sound
right.
like-
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
This dude got people in his family that was singing and
That's you,
all that
right?
crazy.
Okay.
And you know, my family was church choir all day, drums, singing, this and that. So it was just in us regardless. So, dude, and it still is. Like,
still
you know what
is.
I mean, we really. Shit, our kids is doing hip hop that don't sound good as some of the shit we do, not today. So, and I'm literally talking about our own kids.
Right,
I ain't
right.
talking about nobody. You know what I mean? But that shit is in us. You could tell.
Yeah.
Like, even when you listen to some of these old songs and old songs we used to do, really listen to them. And we were talking about the truth don't die. That's why if you put one of these beats on them today and we say the same shit, y'all wouldn't know we wrote that shit back then unless we told y'all.
In 89.
Yeah.
That was in 89.
I've been saying
Strictly on the up move.
Hey,
30
yo,
years
so
ago.
I need
30 years ago.
telling you.
Let's call this the anniversary.
Anniversary.
Yeah.
Man, that's real time.
30-year anniversary. Strictly up move.
And
30-year anniversary.
yeah, that's pretty much
Right, 30-year anniversary. Mariah, 30-year anniversary.
Working on it now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. That was 30 years ago.
Hey, yo, gangster too.
Wow. Okay, I said this on one of the other episodes. Because I used to put Mariah in sometimes. I'd be thinking, like, if Mariah was around, she was born in 98, so you missed this song by 9 years. If she was around, she'd have heard E back then. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you missed it back then, but you get to see it now because I still have it. So I'm not
Shut up, shut up, bro, shut up, bro. Shut up, my nigga, shut up.
I'm not. No, I'm sorry, Mariah. This is how we talk all the time, so I threw that out there, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, dinosaurs, yo.
No, I wasn't saying we're dinosaurs.
But I'm still.
I'm just saying she missed out.
I'm saying. I'm saying.
No, we're good. We're not dinosaurs. She missed out.
I'm saying.
It's my fault.
I
should have been there.
I'm saying to the youth, that's what they feel, but there's a whole bunch of mass appeal right here.
You don't think we're dinosaurs, do you, Mariah?
No.
Executive producer, camera technician,
Okay.
editor specialist.
No.
Okay. All right. So, damn, that was heavy. You wasn't ready for that. Oh, so I want to give you your surprise. Now, I'm glad I remember this. Gotcha. Okay. The group, Sean D, by the way, also started out, he was a graffiti artist. We got to mention this part of hip hop about him.
Oh, yeah.
You were a graffiti artist.
Yes.
I ain't saying you did nothing illegal.
Yes.
Hold on, look at me like that. You wrote in your book. Yes,
No. This was part of that surprise because that was my face.
Oh, okay.
See the
You ain't seen that yet.
I was surprised.
Yeah, you about to really get
That's what you
surprised.
was bringing up.
Oh yeah, you're about to really get surprised. But tell everybody about TVA, the versatile artist.
Yeah, see, y'all didn't bring up Damage. He was still a D, but
Yeah.
he wasn't the
Versatile artist was to be in the versatile artist, you had to be basically covering most of the elements of hip hop, which was writing and doing anything else that you done.
You said writing, you mean graffiti?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actual artists don't call it graffiti.
They call it writing.
writing.
Exactly.
And Coop Micro,
Uh-huh.
who was in 3D.
Uh-huh. D-Box.
I had got introduced to him through my sister and her relationship. And she was messing with Sean Gibson at the time. Rest in peace,
Rest
Sean
in peace,
Gibson.
Sean Gibson. Let's give Tiante a shout out, his sister.
They were part of the Beatmasters. It was Sean Gibson, Sir Gibby.
Sir Gibby.
It was Sonny and Coop.
Coop.
They were doing parody songs.
Right. They had
Like
a song
how-
called, so the Big Mouth was called 40
It was
Ounce.
40 ounce.
Right.
And they had a song called Wet My Bed at Night. Which
were
was
comedy
an
rappers,
answer to Freaks at Night.
Yeah, yeah.
Freaks Come Out at Night.
Freaks Come Out, right.
And I go down there because Sean Gibson tells me, oh, my partner, he draws. I'm going to take you down there. I go down there with them one time. Me and Coop get introduced to each other, find out his people live up Hilltop, and from there we clicked.
Who came up with the name TVA?
TVA.
The versatile artist.
I did.
Of course you did. I knew you did. And I didn't know, but I'm not
Me
surprised.
and Coop sat in his kitchen. We were trying to figure out a name for our graffiti group. We were flipping through the dictionary. TVA came up. Tennessee Valley Authority. And I kept looking at it. Kept looking at it.
Can't believe you remember all this shit.
The versatile artist popped out in my head, and I said to him, I said, TVA, the versatile artist. And he looked, he's, what? I said, the versatile artist, which means any artist that we have, you do something else other than just write.
Yeah, versatile.
Coop,
Right.
he wrote most of the Beatmaster songs.
Right.
And he was the beatbox.
Right.
I rap, DJ, and I wrote. Smash
Money.
rapper, qualified MC. Shout out to him and Cool Art.
Fonz.
And Fonz. And then we had Pone. Dizazz.
Shout out to Pone.
And they were coming from YFA, which was Young Fresh Artists.
And they were younger than y'all too. Well,
I was like the youngest.
Oh, were you the youngest?
I think I was the youngest.
Oh,
This was
okay.
in '85. I was 15.
Okay.
You know, Pone, me and him might be the same age, but I was the youngest at that time.
And y'all
They were all
formed
older.
TVA.
Formed TVA.
The best artist in the city. Do you have a TV? Because I remember there was TVA cards. Do you have one?
No.
You don't have a card.
They're in the time capsule. They're not going to open it for another 150 years.
Okay, well, Mariah, what do you think if we opened it today instead of waiting 150 years?
Dope.
Nope. Yeah, because I don't want to wait 150 years. What the hell? You won't see it then. None of us will see it. So I have in here an official TVA card. Check it out. Oh, that's an official. That's an original. That's not a duplicate.
Wow. That's truly a surprise.
I told you I was going to get you.
That's truly a surprise. Fonz.
Can I take a picture?
Wait
Yes,
till I
you can.
show you this.
Now,
Wow.
Let me see.
hey, Mariah, I'm about to, okay, let me get here. In true half-hour hip-hop fashion, we like to, what you call, keep it classy and just to try to amaze people and just throw them off guard. So, I will give you that, but that's my only copy.
Oh, no,
But, bam! You got one laminated. That's your copy.
Hey,
That's your copy.
That's Coop's number.
Okay, we're gonna show. Let me rest.
Literally,
That's Scott's number.
the landline though. It's definitely.
Ron was Big Boy. Rest his soul. Demario was Blaze. Rest his soul.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, my fault.
I'm gonna do like this. We're gonna get closer, and then Mariah's gonna probably want to get another picture of it. TVA. This is the versatile artist. Their business card blown up and laminated for Sean D.
Like 85, bro.
If he pull out a doctor suit, I'm leaving.
Like these is the ones y'all had on the actual one.
Hey, yo.
Remember y'all signed them.
Hey, yo.
I left them in the cup room
Yeah.
at the Coliseum.
You got 3 expressions now.
Wow.
That's under construction right now. I have it, but I got this. It's being worked on because
Okay.
a little problem with the.
Ooh, man.
I do have it. I do.
Man.
Oh, that would be.
I do.
That would
Just
be
didn't have it in a timely fashion. I had it finished or
I
fixed.
mean,
fast.
tape deck chewed it up and he get ready to put some fingernail polish on it. Stick it back.
It's funny you said that. I just took the fingernail polish that was right here, and actually the fingernail polish. Hold on, I got it. Right. Hold on. Because this is too
Hey,
little.
yeah, like so old school, yeah.
Hold up. He was right. Now back in the day when your tape deck broke, you used fingernail polish to put it back together. For about 3 weeks, this fingernail polish was right here. So when y'all came over, I'm like, all right, let me take the fingernail polish. You'd be like, what are you doing fingernail polish? But then y'all would have probably been like, oh, you was probably trying to fix the set.
We know what it's for.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I did put it together, but then I got to take it out, the top off again. It's like working on a car.
Oh, no doubt.
So that's where we're at with that, but I do have it.
Ooh, man, that's classic.
So, yeah, the versatile artist. I thought I was surprised both of y'all was something you wasn't expecting. Obviously, it
I was
worked.
surprised. I'm still surprised. I'm in shock.
So you can,
Because I'm looking at these names and...
you want to say a little bit about the names before we go to a break and get ready to close out with y'all last 2 songs?
Well, like it said, Sean C. first, that's Coop, Micro.
He lives in Germany now, right?
Yes, he's in Germany. He been in Germany since he left here in '88 to go to the service. Demario's Blaze. I hate to talk about it, but
You can speak on it. He had a tragic ending.
he was killed when, over about Philly. He had an episode on, I forget, I think the episode was called Snap or something like that.
I believe you're right,
But
yeah.
He was killed. His wife was implicated in it. Jerome is Dazaz. He's in New York still doing what he do.
He
Fonz-
frequents Pittsburgh sometimes.
Me and Fonz is still close to this day. Me and him is involved in a Pittsburgh motorcycle scene.
Big Fonz is a
club
biker.
scene.
He's still caught?
Yes.
Okay.
Myself,
Sean D.
Damage, TVA, JFK. JFK still for Just for Kicks.
JFK, just for kicks.
Pone, he made a good name for himself doing airbrush shirts. Scott
was with y'all?
Yeah, I was on
Yeah.
Capone.
This right here is the original TVA. These names are original TVA. Scott is
That's
Smash
Smash
Money, and he still draws. He was doing tattoos. He's back into tatting, and he's back into music. Home with Nigga Music.
H&M, yep.
And Ron, his name was Big Boy. He lived on Auburn. To this day, we really don't know what's going on with him. We heard that he passed away. So I always say rest in peace to him. If he actually passed away, I don't know for sure because I never got no confirmation.
Okay.
But that was the versatile artist.
Surprise.
Yes. It was. I thank you.
Yo, man, it's my pleasure. Just to see you, your eyes light up like that, man. This makes me feel good.
Hold on that one, man.
Man, he said, I can't give you the card, but
Hey,
five.
we was in the studio the other day, and I said, man, you need to pull some old books away. Pull some of them old books out. It's right. And he was like, got rid of them.
Throw them away.
Man, this man.
Throw away all my old round books. Throw them away.
Well, you got this to hold on to, and
Shit, I wish
I was me and Sean D had a conversation on the phone. This was like a couple of months ago, And I remember I had the card, but I was asking him about the TVA card and everything. He's like, man, I would love to see one now. And I said, I think I may have one. He's like, I would love to see it. And I left it at that. I didn't say nothing else. So I looked. I was like, I got it. I found it. And I want to make sure I got that done. And I'm going to keep it even more. Nah, it's not. I'm not gonna scare y'all no more. I'm just gonna show you. I did this March 28, 2019. I did that this couple of days back because I needed to do this before we got together and had that ready for you. And the time was 3:59 p.m. when I got that done. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you. Once more.
Man, I wouldn't have felt right if I couldn't have did that. That's good. Yeah. So. All right, what we're going to do right now is, before we close out, we got a song from E, the fifth letter, Sean D, a.k.a., what's the other one I'm missing? SD, yeah, and the Quiet Storm is his biker name.
Yeah, SD the Bad Seed.
SD the Bad Seed. When we come back, we're going to play two of their songs before we close out, right here on Marcy Productions Half Hour Hip Hop. Remember how y'all was like huge and the beats, like Sean D was saying about the beats. So one day you came over, I was selling poems. Different poems. Mother's Day, remember my poems I was selling? Mm-hmm. So you came over and I showed you this one. It was called Window of Opportunity. And I was like, you read it. You was like, yo, can I use this as a song? I'm like, for real? You're like, yeah. Like, yeah. One opportunity knocks.
That's the intro. Wow. To Coffee.
That's my poem.
That's your poem.
1998, Window of Opportunity. When opportunity knocks, go through the front door.
See,
if the front door is locked.
That's supposed to be coming on right now. Listen. Shot to the executive producer later on. Like when he said that shit, you might have to.
By the way, we're back. I'm sorry. We was talking about E's other group he was in after 3D and D Trips called The Nick Room.
Wow, I didn't.
Yeah. Remember you came over, you bought the poem, and you was like, yo, man, can I use this for a song? I'm like, for real? Yeah, go ahead. And then when I remember you did it, you let me hear it. When opportunity knocks. Go through the front door. And then
front door is locked.
Go through the side door.
Yeah.
If the side door is locked, go through the back door.
Yep.
If the back door is locked, climb through the window. If the window is locked, you gotta break it. Because when opportunity knocks, you gotta take it. Yeah. That was. You remember that?
Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, he's leaking again. So.
That song bring back some deep shit. Like I think that's like the second song we did.
This is how it is and how it will.
That song. See, I don't be remembering a whole lot of shit, but that particular song, somebody stole that song.
No way.
Some Atlanta motherfuckers.
And used it.
Yeah. They didn't use the whole. They flipped it, but they used that song.
Wow. Yeah, we'll have to look that up, and then we'll figure it out. Hopefully by post-production, we might even have the people.
I mean, I know they.
We might have who did it, and their names and pictures. So, okay, so right now, all right, let me see here. We're going with Sean D. This is that track 2 joint. This is you and...
Nip, Chameleon, and Chad. DJ Fingerprints.
DJ Fingerprints. And you know what's the name of the song?
Chad.
It's called Bitches 2.
It's called?
Bitches 2.
Bitches 2.
Actually, Bitches 2.
Bitches 2.
Yes, sir. Okay. What year is this?
This is
98.
98? 98?
Yes.
Okay, 1998.
98, 99.
98, 99. Bitches 2. Sean D and Chad. And Nip. Nip's not here though.
I started in Nip. Chad's on the
Okay.
It's that bullshit talker, spit blocker, hit blocker, with a mouth like John Rocker, and you breathe like a stalker on high and in your locker. Stomp in steel toes, original seat walker. He holds the south door knockers and slide off, ride off, while the rest of y'all hide off. Most of you niggas is bitches too, snitches too. These some snitches too, better yet bitches too. I roll on switches do, you roll with a foul crew. Got no style crew, ain't hurting the wild crew. We down to do the do, coming thick like stew. Blue hole through your boo-boo, and stick you in the shoe. Dig it like glue, done it, double back is running. Yelling 1200, so you niggas best to run it. Me, Mr. Pone, chameleons, really on. Blow like a bong and drop some shit on the song. Now, let me see your long bitch, niggas, I let it off. In your car looking like wheels and set it off. Smoking no hocus pocus, so my mind's in focus. Keep me mad outside your pad, croaking like a locust. Some of y'all play it, these bitches cheap, so we ain't got intellect. Watch for the new niggas in your crew and your boo. Playing these bitches too, they'll fuck up your riches too. Cause some of y'all playing these bitches too, so we ain't got intellect to see who was who. Watch for the new niggas in your crew and your boo. Playing these bitches too, they'll fuck up your riches too.
The rhyme with this dandada. I spit shit that be hot and can't get hotter.
We let your bras on there, okay?
They fucking father. For Christmas a notebook, son, practice harder. To reach me, answer, gotta be nada. The wise that I run the bases and you still a back. All world. Quick, come check the stats. You hear the crowd yelling defense, hold the back. You running rhymes like your old line leaving crap. My Z line, I'm running stress like a running back. Fourth and goal, shake something like a jelly mold. Hit the fritz, corner blitz, you knock cold. Smile all, people all come get it, y'all. Lips slip, little jaw, ripping like a song. Then they fall, who matching? Beating you up, missing in action. In raw fashion, switch position, I'm a drug gusher. Mass cactus, fucking pushing D.O. Load up to APC, time to ride, bro. Test line for line that, where's your dough? Hit the jack, spot, pick up, you let me know. Shit be so icy, coming off the tongue, they go. Get bad, check the 2 freestyle, 2 months ago. In the booth, like John Will, fuck the midget on stilts. The ladies in the rolling blunts and busting nuts on the quilt.
Cause some of y'all play it, these bitches too, so we ain't got intellect to see who is who.
Tag teaming with the PGBs and Dallas too. Look, fellas, now who the fuck is you?
Cause some of y'all play it, these bitches too, so we ain't got intellect to see who is who.
Tag teaming with the PGBs and Dallas too. Look, fellas, now who the fuck is you? Now where's the fucking thinking? It's not soldiers out of competition. All the niggas need to stop the
PGB, boys, big mouth.
Okay, bullshit that you talking niggas. We talking triggers, popping from the hill. Some rockin' niggas,
That's your nephew. Okay, that's your nephew.
Then I'm stopping niggas. Hold up, roll up, and get swole up. Showed up, like you can't like you was so tough. Know what? Fuck around.
Okay.
Hold up, low cut, try to back, leaving cold cuts. Easy mention, busting, fist clenching, hitting the opposition with persistence, never missing. Have y'all clinched in? Figure for submission. Call on to the fact that y'all cats are straight bitches.
Cause some of y'all play it, these bitches too, so we ain't got intellect to see who is who.
Bitch ass niggas play the real. You a snitch ass nigga, rap ass nigga too. Get hit last
But some of y'all play it, these bitches too, so we ain't got intellect to see who is who.
bitch ass nigga.
Some other aspects of the life, you acting like
ass
hoes.
nigga.
Okay, that's what.
Ass nigga.
That's right. Some of you wanna be player ass niggas,
Acting like bitches. Hoes.
little fellas, BGBs. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got a whole corner full of hate raid. For a couple of niggas out there acting like bitches. Feel my head though. Yeah. Like I told you before, real niggas.
Okay, so that was you said that was an ode to
Cats that just act like hoes.
Yeah, real time.
And that's no disrespect to actual hoes.
No, I get what you're saying. No disrespect to actual hoes.
Yeah.
Just put it down.
So, you know, sometimes you just get fed up.
And so that was like enough. I'm tired of hearing y'all say this, but y'all ain't really like that type of stuff.
Yeah,
That was a whole
part of it, yeah.
Or you say one thing, but you act another way, type of deal.
Ain't gonna light a match in the blackout.
Hey, you know, it's crazy too.
Was that one of your lines?
Not in there.
Oh, is that one of your lines though? Somewhere? You should use that. So, all right. Well, before we, I like that. What was it? Here's Bitches Too.
Yeah, that was called Bitches Too.
Okay, so now we got E. What year was this one?
What you heard, Blake?
Oh, we're gonna go off the top then, because I remember this is your #1 song that you picked, and you can tell us the year and everything.
Yeah, they like the past couple of years, like this was recent. Like
The Fifth Letter. This
working. We still out here in the trenches. We still pounding the pavement like we made it. Drac still in effect. Fingerprints, shoot videos and everything. As these hood famous nigga, he writing, rapping, riding bikes.
He's a biker, yeah.
Gonna talk about on here.
Yo,
like
and,
we
still,
out
and look, he still got fire, yo. Like,
oh, he's
he got studio like and lit it up.
I know, man. He's a writer, so we can relate as writers. So, are we gonna find out what the actual name of the song is and everything? But this is E as of within last couple years. The Fifth Letter.
Yeah.
Turn it down.
Some people ask me what that.
It goes comes to loud. Go ahead.
He gets his.
Yeah,
he mastered
people still ask,
everything.
like, what do that mean? I be
The
like,
Fifth Letter is your initial.
Letchy education.
Funk too. 5 minutes of funk.
Yeah.
It's exactly 5 minutes. Like we a little bit of work.
Oh, you got the 5 minutes of funk set up on there. Okay.
Can I live?
Listen, funny you said something about
It's kind of strange. It's hard to maintain
right
any
now.
refrain. But still, I pound the pavement like I made it.
That's your whole song.
Still, I rise up over all this hate shit. And for real, new school, this 88 shit. Fifth got drama, you can blame it on common niggas. I bet the fifth don't fold. Niggas be screaming about platinum, it can't go gold, but they don't know. So I can't hate them for that. Waste my energy hating is later for that. I live for my kids, so I'ma stack paper for that. Plant seeds to raise trees and chill and relax. What, you think that crack gon' last? Nigga, you think that lack gon' last? I'ma keep it real, get you from the top of the mountain to the valleys to the hill with you, nigga. Real, recognize real, so let me build with you, nigga. I've been making gumbo out of nouns and verbs for enough years for my peers to respect us here every year. The fifth gon' blaze on through, the fifth gears, the fifth letter. I'm out of here, nigga, yeah. I'ma pay it like I made, yeah. I'm rising over all this hate shit, yeah, nigga. I'm still here with 5 minutes of fun for this year, for your head, nigga, yeah. I'm gonna pay it like I made, yeah. I'm rising over all this hate shit, yeah, nigga. I'm still here with 5 minutes of fun for this year, for your cats like hard, dog. Niggas robbing Peter to pay Paul, but I'ma get paid, y'all. 24/7, what should a nigga be afraid for? Say no more. If you scared, niggas say so. It's the Gold Rose takeoff. I kick in the door. I'm the reigning, remaining heavyweight champion of flows. Everywhere the Allegheny goes, I've been picking ice whips and clothes. Since the president was smoking weed, Chris Webber froze and O's. Yes, I plead the fifth with a dangerous gift to clap my lips and blaze a spliff. And if you're a friend or a foe that don't like me, get your head right with young Mikey. Change is unlikely. I plead the fifth and the 5 of the shine bright. The time's right, shit, it's only right. Rip this city live. Kamikazes, a nigga Nazis, a black goddess. Cause I'll die for mine. Full rep your city when it's time to shine. I'm just an old nigga from the top of the hill. Now I'm looking out the window at the top of the hill. Thinking about some property steal. We should buy it up and take it back and probably build. Yeah. I'ma pay it like I made it. Yeah. I rise up over all this hate shit. Yeah, nigga, I'm still here with 5 minutes of fun. Yeah. In my life, it's a well-known fact that I done so much shit that I don't wanna look back. So I get out on the pavement, pound it every day, trying to get ahead and get away. But there's crabs in the barrel and crackers with the cages. Wanna see your motherfucker fail, but I'm afraid to fucking go all the way with any and everything. Once once in a life for Moses Maverick did shit. I don't play with my balls on my ladies. That's the quickest way to get a nigga killed on occasion. I will butter the bread, I got toast skills. Don't let my demeanor get your punk ass killed. And if you ask me, I'm way big much help. Take some time off from hating, nigga, work with yourself. Put your good foot forward, chest out, face front. Go get it if you want it. 100, no stunts. I got my man from the 6 on my 6 at all times. And only one side's winning, so gone, pick a side. Remember back in the beginning, this is an OG call. Comprehend and take your OG off. I'm getting straight on the regular. Top-notch competitor, gangster, embezzler, why not? Who better to come through with ready to burn, but no regular. All my niggas trained to go, so go set it up. Shit getting confused, friends turn to foes. Niggas dressing in the section with hoes, but still I'm the payment like I made. Ain't nothing to play with. I'm out here all day where the killers get paid. Every day, all day, we pound the pavement. You would think a nigga laid this fucking fame. You would think a nigga made this fucking fame. Gold rolls all day, ain't nothing to play with.
You got a gentleman on the train out there. It's 5 minutes of fun. Ain't no accident.
Oh my God. 5 minutes of funk is what it was and what it is.
Wow.
Man.
Whoa, man. Ah.
Wow, man.
That's from years of honing it though.
Man, this has been a damn holiday for me.
Yeah, when you got it in you, you know it's gonna come out.
Some more crazy stuff like.
We ain't done like today. We are. We're Mariah's time and his time because he has to get somewhere. No, I'm supposed to.
Hey, don't edit that out. So she'll believe it when she watches this joint.
She'll believe it. Yeah, don't edit it out because this should be like I told you we was filming. I should have been on, but this is why we ain't get on yet.
Hey, hold up.
You put the time.
You put the time stamp on it.
It's 10:12.
10:12.
It's 10:12. So he has to be somewhere. So. But I believe I know because I get that treatment too. So before I close out, I want to.
Hey, yo, get
Oh, okay, TVA again.
Yeah.
I want to thank y'all for this was just. This felt like a holiday.
Hey, you know what, man?
Yeah.
Y'all feel good? Don't y'all feel good?
You know what, man? Like you blew my head off, man. You blew my head off, yeah.
Yeah, and the worst part is we know you got so much more somewhere locked in these drawers and all of that. Man.
I know you do. I know
it, man. He used to sneak record all the shit.
Don't call it sneak record.
we didn't know till that shit was over at a little listening session. Like, check this out.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I ain't want y'all to know y'all was being recorded because then you had that in your head. I want you to be natural.
Right.
You know what? And that was the best thing for me. Because, I didn't do a lot of recording back then. And then I find probably even now to this day, like, if a motherfucker sneak record me, you'll be like,
yeah.
But when the motherfucking record button on, and I'm just talking about on some freestyle shit, I be so worried about not fucking up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where it don't be natural, I be kind of forcing shit and so forced. I be like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, but see, if you don't
sneak
know
that button on, you be like, shit, it's ridiculous.
And then when it was being recorded, I would like once I push that button, I'm out and it's going through. Then I'll go back and check to see if the tape ran out yet.
Yeah, you have to flip the tape. You don't know nothing about that. You have to flip the tape.
And it was 90 minutes.
It was 90 minutes.
45 on one.
45 on the other. So I would time it and be like, oh, it's getting close to the end.
Yeah.
And I didn't let it go all the way to the end, but sometime I would miss it. I'd flip it over, hit it again, boom. That should be the rest of the show.
You was the perfect dude for that job.
Rest of the show, thank you.
No matter who else would have done it, we probably wouldn't be sitting here able to do this right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Matter of fact, and not only from us, from all kind of people.
He got a show too, Double K. I think he.
I seen that. Yeah.
Pick up Double K, man. Yeah. And man, I think it's Charlie D.
Yeah, that's my man, Charlie D from Hill. Yeah.
Yeah, I be tuned in on that.
Yeah, that's what's up. But so anyway, y'all any last words y'all want to say before we close out?
Looking for that video Come holler at
I thought you were going to say I'm on my way home. I was going to be like, bam! Those niggas almost done. Please just say that for me.
I'm on my way home.
All right.
Hey, yo, bam.
Okay.
Tell me at 10:15. 3 minutes later. All right. Sean, did anything?
As is out to girlfriend, Lil Shiz, Baby, and Josiah. The BSQ. That's J Pound, Lil GG, Huckamille, Nip Capone, all the people that came up with me and still doing it.
Yeah.
Take a listen. Take a listen.
There you go.
And then just rest in peace to those that's not here.
Rest in peace.
You know, L.A. Dave Hoops.
Dave Hoops.
Big Nook.
Yeah, Big Nook. Star Production.
Eric Copeland.
Eric Copeland. MCC.
Just cats that's just gone.
Yeah. There was a part of this.
Yeah.
There was a part of this coming up.
Yeah.
If this is just a half hour, it's more than an hour. But
it's the reboot. This is the reboot, by the way, so we're longer.
Then we gonna need like about a half a month.
Because we ain't really scratched the surface
the
on
top.
nothing.
But
for real.
that's mad.
Okay.
That's mad. And a special one to your grandma and his mom, because
Grandma Jerry
she got us up out of Garfield.
We got to close with that story.
And
after he said we going to close with that.
Okay.
Perfect story to close.
Okay.
Perfect ass story to close with. Beautiful. Okay, E, before we close, we're going to close with that story. Damn. Brilliant, Sean.
I'll never forget that.
Anything you want to add as far as you doing your thing still and everything?
Yeah, I got a whole lot to say other than, like, we still out here. You know what I mean?
Gold Rose, Cowboy Raw.
Gold Rose, Cowboy Raw, The Fifth Letter. You can look it up on YouTube and check the sites out. You know, we got gear, music, trying to do some things around the hood, bring back that hip hop feel. Yeah. You know, we kind of
definitely doing it.
Combine the little old with the new, little real with the little facts with the streets, like everything.
Bring the bridges together.
Yeah, same concept we was on back then. See, the truth don't die. You know,
truth don't die.
We just in a different year, but we still rock.
Different.
Okay, so that show that they did up at the Coliseum when it was 3D together again, April 1980 at Fort Pitt. And I told you, I was mentioning that there was a little something brewing, but with 3D and Eastside Posse. They was trying to come at the top dogs, D-Train. They were like huge. So they come to Garfield and they're going to be protected because that's where we're from. So they get there, do their thing. Some things are said, came and said, ain't none of y'all suckers taking us out. Then when the rap group, Terry T and MC Ray and Terry T rap, they were down with Eastside Posse, ESP. So the friction started when, after y'all were done. And then MC Ray was trying to be a peacemaker. He was like, okay, y'all, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but before we get started, yeah, D-Train, they rocked it. And he was like, then Terry T was like, later for D-Train. And I was like, oh, what the hell? Why would he say that? And he had a whole
declaration of war.
Yeah. And it was an army at home with people in Garfield, too. Yeah. So he said that they did it was called I Live the Lifestyle of a Gangster. That was their rap. They did their rap. The show closed. That's the same night Timothy Lee did All Across the City.
Yep.
That was the same night. That was a crazy night. Yeah. Action-packed. So as we're closing up, I'm paying the security, everything's getting done. I see a crowd, the Fifth Letter today, and Terry T got into it, and I don't know what happened. Wow. All I seen was he was throwing a whole bunch of uppercuts.
Yeah, he broke I broke out the knees.
Gave that
he broke
the knees. That was ugly.
But then,
I never thought, who would think
that it would work?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Some old Bob Backlund shit.
Wrestling.
Yeah, your shoulders and land them joints flush, though, like, bark.
You did the knee thing.
Oh, my goodness.
You did the knee thing. And so then, now, all these Garfield people who was down with ESP is plotting on them. So, I said to your grandma, Jerry Mariah, my mom, everybody knows Miss Jerry, I said, Mom, we got to get them home safe. And then she seen who it was, and of course, what's going on with Eric and Sean? She was like, she knew them personally, and she was like, okay, ain't nobody gonna fuck with them. That's what she said, verbatim. So then we cleared everybody out. They stayed in. It was about, y'all had to catch 2 jitneys. My mom had to call 2 jitneys.
We had to walk from there.
We walked from Fort Pitt to Colombo Street.
Wow.
We walked from Fort Pitt to Colombo. After that fight broke out, protected.
But the protection was, she
Sherm's
told
machete,
everybody, y'all are not going to do nothing to them.
Yep.
And we walked.
We walked.
Like we said, we walked from Fort Pitt down a little path, through the couple row houses, and then I think...
all the way to bottom of Colombo.
Down to her house.
Yep.
And then we had to catch the 2 jitneys.
So you came in the living room. Y'all was all in the living room. Then he was talking about the fight. That's when you mentioned the knee thing. And it was reminiscing about the whole fight and everything. So my mom called the jitneys. There was a station wagon and another big ass rag that showed up. And they packed in them 2 jitneys and went home. The next day we talked about it and was laughing and everything. Nothing ever happened after that though with ESPN train that I know of as far as from that incident.
So rest in peace, Terry T.
Oh wow.
Terry, yeah.
So yeah, that's how that went. That was in '88.
We was kids, 88.
88. Y'all was in 11th grade.
17.
Under turmoil.
17.
Had the whole bunch of people
ready to take the show anywhere. Like we would have went anywhere and commanded our respect on that mic. I don't know where it was at, what the crowd was like. If we knew it was a show that we was on, we was coming to get ours.
Yeah,
you was gonna have to bring yours because we was coming to get ours.
And on that note,
the DJ used to practice so hard. All his T-shirts was brown right here from sweating in the attic.
Maybe we should. That's the perfect note to end it on because it goes back to you again. So we're going to end it with him because if you wasn't here, for him to say that, you would have been at home by now. So he's on his way. We had to mention. What time was it? 10:21. We started 10:12.
All that epic game from 3D to Freshers, man.
Yeah, but so on that note, we're going to end it with Chad sweating under the arms because he got, now he can show documentation. This is where I was at, and you got the time, so that's it. With that being said, 3D/D-Train/The Fifth Letter/SD/Fingerprints, Marksy Productions, camera technician, executive producer Mariah Charlton. Thank you so much. I love you. Love you too, guys. Man, thanks for your energy and thanks for showing up. And on that note, we're out of here. See you next episode. And who will it be? We don't know. You have to tune in. We're out.
Boogie Down Production will always get paid. We'll take the wackest song and make it better. Remember to let us into your skin, cause then you'll begin to master rhyming. Criminal minded, you've been blinded, looking for a style like mine, you can't find it. They are the